President Jovenel Moïse's injured widow Martine Moïse speaks out for the first time. The First Lady of Haiti Martine Moïse is heard publicly for the first time since attack, describing how the assassins killed her husband in a very touching audio message she posted on her Twitter page on Saturday, vowing to continue the late president's work. Numerous people have confirmed it is indeed the president's wife. In the message she said, "I'm alive by God's grace, but I lost my husband Jovenel." She said the attack was so fast. Her husband was not able to say a single word when the assassins riddled him with bullets after busting into their home in the middle of the night. The First Lady narrated how, in a blink of an eye, the mercenaries entered her home and riddled her husband with bullets. She continued to say how the act has no name because one has to be a limitless criminal to assassinate a president like Jovenel Moïse, without even giving him the chance to utter a single word. Mrs. Moïse said her husband was targeted because of political reasons in regards to changes on a referendum to the Constitution which could have given President Moïse more power. She continued that the unnamed people want to assassinate the president's dream. Mrs. Moïse added, "I'm crying, it is true, but we cannot let the country lose its way. We cannot let the blood of President Jovenel Moïse, my husband whom we love so much and who loved us in return, flow in vain." President Moïse was assassinated on July 7 allegedly by 28 foreign mercenaries from Colombia and 2 U.S. Haitian citizens. Mrs. Moïse was also injured in the attack, and she was flown to Miami, South Florida for treatment. President Moïse, 53, has been in power since 2017. However, his time in office was rocky as he was facing accusations of corruption from oppositions, who wanted him to step down, and earlier this year there were widespread unrests in the country, particularly in the capital and other cities. In October 2019 parliamentary elections were supposed to be held, but due to disputes they were delayed, meaning Mr. Moïse has been ruling by decree. He had plans of holding a referendum on the proposed constitutional changes come September this year. It is still not clear about who organized the attack and the motives are yet unknown. Many unanswered questions are still lingering, including how the assassins managed to enter the president's home. Mr. Moise's bodyguards are due to be interrogated next week according to reports. Reports said that a prominent opposition figure has openly expressed skepticism over the current version of events. Stephen Benoit, former Haitian senator, told local radio station Magic 9 on Friday that it was not Colombians who killed him, but he did not provide backing evidence for the claims. Haitian police said that the majority of the mercenaries are of Colombian descent whilst 2 were joint U.S. nationals of Haitian descent. A group of 17 mercenaries were detained in the capital Port-au-Prince after a gun battle and 3 suspects were killed by police, and 8 more others are still on the run. According to reports, Colombia's government has pledged their assistance with the investigation efforts, and the Colombian police director, Gen Jorge Luis Vergas, said 17 former soldiers were thought to be involved. Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department said they couldn't confirm if any of its citizens had been detained. But the U.S. and Canadian media are reporting that one of the dual citizen detained Salages, 35, is from Florida and was a former bodyguard at the Canadian Embassy in Haiti. An investigating judge told local media that Mr. Salages and the other U.S. detained Joseph Vincent had said they were there as translators for the mercenaries. Judge Clement Noel told Le Nouveliste that the mission was to arrest President Jovenel Moïse and not kill him. In the meantime, question of who should be running the current government is still overshadowed by doubt and discord. Amendments to the Constitution, though not accepted by everyone, suggests that the Prime Minister should be next take over, but days before his death President Moïse had named neurosurgeon Ariel Henry as his new Prime Minister, though not sworn in yet, and there is an acting interim Prime Minister Joseph Claude, which means there are 2 potential contenders to the premiership who are claiming to be in charge. And on Friday, a group of political parties signed a resolution nominating a new president, Joseph Lambert, with Henry acting as his Prime Minister.